everyone, Russell here, back with another quick video. As promised, this is my basically progress report. I've got about 11 days left of the month, and my goal of 5,000 gamer points is definitely within sight. So right now I'm sitting at 3,365, and I definitely probably could have had a lot more by now, but I've had other things to do and been slacking a little bit, so enjoying my time off. But what I want to do is I've got a couple stacks of games here. I want to talk about them. Some of them I've dove into already, some I've finished, some I haven't, some I'm getting ready to start. And I just want to talk about achievements and stuff like that in general, a little bit about the game. So here we go. First one, I was one of the first games I dove into this month was Wolfenstein 2. Man, I keep forgetting how good this game is. Well, this game series. The first one, the New Order that came out, that was great. The story was awesome. The character, BJ, he's back. It's really awesome. I even finished, let's see, do I have, yeah, I actually have it right here. Finished that one too. And I thought, since that was kind of looked like it was a budget title, but no. That is just as good as the others, and actually that one is like half the price, or I think it was like $29 or $39. But really good games. I can't stress enough the stories on Wolfenstein games are awesome. Achievement-wise, Wolfenstein, I did a quick playthrough, the Wolfenstein 2. I did a quick playthrough. Definitely a lot more meat on the bones. I've only got a 275 out of 1540. And there's tons of achievements related to capturing more German generals, things like that. And I'm working on it, but it's going to take some time. So the Old Blood, I think I fared a little bit better on that one. The Old Blood, I got 460 out of 1,000. And the thing with those achievements is they're not progressive or progression bound. So like when you complete chapters and stuff like that, you're not going to get achievements, except for at the end, I believe you get an achievement. But the achievements are pretty easy to get. You just switch weapons, and basically you get a certain number of kills with each weapon. It upgrades the weapon. Each upgrade equals the achievement. So at first it's like, oh, there's, it might be hard to get the achievements. No, not really. As far as any more meat on the bones after 460, definitely think there is, but most of it is playing the game on really hard mode, and holy crap, it's definitely something I want to try, but these games are brutal on, I can't remember the ultra hard mode, but man, don't want to mess with them. Alright, moving on. This one right here, it says on the back here, 10,000 gamer score, but when you pop it in and load it, it's 4,000. What I think, and I haven't checked yet, is some of the games seem to kind of load different and as 360 titles, which means they wouldn't go on my gamer score anyway. Well, they'd go on my gamer score, but they wouldn't go on the leaderboard, which is kind of weird. I mean, an achievement's an achievement, whether it's the 360 or the Xbox One. I mean, to me, it shouldn't matter, but anyway, maybe it's those games are worth 1,000 a piece, because a lot of the games on Rare Replay here are not worth 1,000. They're worth, I think, 250. Some of them are worth like 500. But a lot of the achievements are pretty simple to get. I'm right now I'm at 1,140 out of 4,000. But they come quickly, but some of them are a little tough. So it's one that I'm revisiting, and there's so much more to do on this. I mean, there's 30 titles. Achievement Hunters, this is a great buy. I mean, it's super cheap right now. I mean, if you have an Xbox One, I don't know why you don't have this in your collection. Tons of great games. It's fun. There's some crappy games too, but I mean, they all can't be winners. Speaking of, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a crappy game, because I thought it's okay, but they definitely needed to do more. This is a simulation game. This is the police, and basically you're playing like this police chief who is kind of walking the line between good and corrupt, and you're trying to make enough money for retirement, and you're trying to keep the city happy and the mob, and you're having you to send out officers and everything like that. And let me see if it shows the screen here. Okay, see that screen right there? Get real used to that screen, because that is like 90% of the gameplay right there. Is that screen right there? You're staring at it, and there's very little animation. The only animation is showing police responding, crimes in progress, things like that. Definitely could have done something better. After a couple of hours, you're just like, there's got to be more to this. But no, there's not. So, good premise. Definitely, you know, there's a lot of room for improvement. Just staring at that screen for 90% of the time is not my idea of fun. So, you know, as much as it pains me to say, I think that one was kind of a dud. Okay, here's definitely two non-turds that are fun, mentally stimulating, and man, the achievements on them are great. And it's a 2-pack too, so there's 2,000 achievements in Inside and Limbo. And Limbo I had played before on the 360, and it was they basically added, you know, the same achievements, but they increased the amount. So each achievement's like worth 70, and then there's a couple other achievements worth a little bit more. You can get an 800 gamer score on Limbo just by going through a playthrough and getting all the secrets. You can look on YouTube and find the playlist for them. It's really easy. Plus the game is really fun. Inside, I'm about a quarter of the way through it. It's definitely like a sequel to Limbo. It's got a little more color to it. The achievements, it looks like, are all progress bound. Or not progress bound, but finding these little treasures and then completing the game. And it looks like I can do 1,000 out of 1,000 on this. So, pretty happy with that. Without doing too much craziness, I could basically walk away with 1,800 just out of that right there. So, that's, you know, and plus I think it was only $20. And they're actually really fun. And I'm normally not one for puzzle games, but these ones they're fun. They're not too hard. I only got stumped a couple of times in Limbo. So far, Inside seems to be easier, but Limbo stumped me a couple of times. I had to kind of look for some help, but really enjoyable. So definitely recommend picking that up. Forza 7. Still playing it. It's still definitely not the game that you want to play to get a bunch of achievements quickly, but it's so good and so fun that I'm still grinding it out. I think I'm at like 85 still, because it's just so slow, and I haven't actually been playing that much of it, but it's still staying on the Xbox, and there's a ton of achievements for it, so it's not like, you know, it's not like it's going anywhere. I'm going to definitely get to it. But yeah, still sitting at 85 of 1,000, just checked. But, I mean, you got an Xbox One X, especially in a 4K TV, this is a must-buy. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Here's one right here. Finish this one. And, gotta be honest, this is the first Final Fantasy I've ever finished. I've started playing quite a few, but have never finished it. And, wow, it was really good. My cousin was totally right. Really good game. Beautiful, even though it's a couple of years old, it looks as good as a brand new game these days. Achievement wise, it's got a total of 2,100 possible achievements. However, that includes a bunch of DLC that I'm going to pick up and play with my cousin. It looks actually really good, and it's got achievements attached to it, so hey, win-win. But so far I'm at 670. Definitely a lot more meat on the bone. However, a lot of 10-point achievements, like it just passing these dime piece achievements out. It's crazy. However, it tries to make up for it with like a couple of 110-point achievements, which aren't that hard to get, but there's quite a few like 10-point achievements that are going to take you a while to get. And it just doesn't seem worth it to me. I'd rather just play the game and enjoy it. But it definitely helped my score. I mean, 670 is nothing to sneeze at. Okay, So those are the games that I've dove into so far. Um, there are some other games here. Let me see here how I want to go about this. Well, let's just dive into it. Basically, haven't got to these yet, or for some reason never finished them. And let's go ahead and start with the never finished. I was looking over my gamer score and I realized I never finished this Telltale. I'm about halfway through, so that's, you know, it's guaranteed 1,000 gamer points just playing through this. Crazy not to go ahead and finish it up. So gonna load that up there, and the stories on them are awesome. I love Telltale games. They're not only great for achievements, but they're really fun games. So that's definitely going in there. Like I said, if you guys are achievement hunters and you don't know about Telltale games, almost all of them, if you play through them, will give you the full 1,000 of 1,000. There's only been one exception I can think of, and it's the Wolf Among Us, and I think I got an 800 out of 1,000. It requires 2 playthroughs, I believe, to get the full 1,000. And then they made a Back to the Future one, which I would stay away from because it's just stay away. Act like it's poison. That one for some reason is just, I think it's glitchy, hard to play. It's not. Maybe it was made before they got their formula down, but it's terrible. Don't pick that one up. But all the others that I played, every single other one that I've played, other than the Back to the Future one, has been awesome and has been great for achievements. So, going to definitely review that one. This one right here, Tropico 5. I was in a craze for a while where I liked playing the building, like I had city skylines. I also had Avian Colony and a couple other strategy simulation building games, which actually worked out quite well on a console. It's not something I'm used to playing on a console, but were quite fun. This one, I never even finished the tutorial on it, and it's not that I didn't like it. I think, oh geez, I can't remember what I ended up picking up, but I think it was around the time me and my cousin started playing Ghost Recon, or no, sorry, Wildlands. Yeah, I think it's around that time, because we put a lot of time into that game, and I forgot about basically anything else I was playing. So I think that's what happened, and definitely gonna get this loaded back up, check it out, and it looks pretty fun. And from what I remember, I've got 110, I think, out of 1,000 so far. And I mean, like I said, I don't even think I finished the entire tutorial. This one right here, Far Cry 4. I've started this game probably 3 times and gotten distracted or what. From what I remember, it's a very good looking game. It's an older game. However, me and my cousin were looking at it, and oh, focus, come on, focus. Are you gonna focus? Come on, come on. Anyway, it's co-op, so we're gonna check that out. We've been looking for a co-op game. He's not a big fan of first person, but I think he's gonna make an exception on this one. So we'll see how that one goes. I don't really have anything else to say about that other than I played a little bit of it and it looks great. Okay, well, that's my dog snoring if you hear that. Next one we got is this 2-pack here, which is the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Finished Infinite Warfare, and I don't care what anyone says, I love the story on it. I like Call of Duty stories, period. Not a big fan of their online. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare, this remaster, never finished it. So there's definitely gamer points there. Looks like I got about like halfway through it on Veteran, which gives you like 15 for doing it on normal and the extra 30 for doing it on Veteran, and then you get a bonus at the end. Plus, I don't want to say I'm like super good or anything like that, but I'm reasonable at these shooters, so it doesn't take me too long to go through Veteran on Call of Duties. They seem to be easier. Wolfenstein, if the equivalent of Veteran on there, it's a whole nother animal. But gonna check that out. Mop up some easy achievements there, some low hanging fruit. Basically catch up on my backlog. I mean, not only am I going for 5K gamer points. I mean, that was but you know, that was the goal. But another reason for it was it's going to help me get through my backlog, which is just ridiculous. This game, which I'm probably going to get some comments for, which everybody has said is terrible. I don't think I've met anyone who's actually liked it. If you do, let me know, and tell me what you liked about it. I haven't tried it yet, but Homefront: The Revolution, and you know, for as much as people rag on this entire series, isn't this like the third, like number three? I mean, how do they keep making crappy games supposedly, and we don't have like a third Left 4 Dead? I don't know. Anyway, it's just weird. I mean, go figure. Anyway, let me know in the comments if anyone's played this, if they're a big fan. I mean, all I get is hate whenever I talk about this game. So I'm going to pop it in. I'm going to try to struggle and play through it if it's bad. And hopefully I'll be surprised and I'll like it. But definitely at least 1,000 gamer points there, I'm sure. So that's basically it, guys. Kind of unorganized video here, but kind of felt like just doing something a little different. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You know, I got a ton more games here that I have to go through, but any games that you guys have played that are enjoyable to play and really easy achievements, or really, you know, achievements that don't require just tons of work for like 10 gamer points, you know, let me know in the comments, because I definitely want to get to 5K, but, you know, if I can get to 6, I'm going to, you know, try to get as high as I can on this month. So I guess we're going to call this Achievement April. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, game on.